So in this video, we're going to see a data structures 1 mark question from the year GATE 2018, and it's based on the topic of binary tree traversal. So let's see what the question is. Now the post-ordered traversal of a binary tree is this. So we are given the post-ordered traversal of a binary tree. It's not a binary search tree. Make a note of that. Now the in-order traversal of the same tree is this. Okay, we are given the post-order traversal, we are given the in-order traversal of a binary tree. Now next, the height of a tree is the length of the longest path from the root to any leaf. This is the definition of a height of a tree that they are mentioning. And now the question says that the height of the binary tree above is. So we have to calculate the height of the above given binary tree, whose post-order traversal and in-order traversal is given to us. So before we start solving this question, let's quickly revise what is the post-order traversal and in-order traversal of a binary tree. So for this purpose, I'm going to consider a simple binary tree, okay, with plus as its root and a and b as its child nodes. Okay, so let me write it down here. This is going to be my post-order of the given tree, which is going to be a, b, and plus. This is the post-order traversal of the given tree. And in order, let me write it down here. My in order traversal of the given tree is going to be a plus b. Okay, we are quickly revising what is the definition or what is the concept between the post order traversal and in order traversal, which will be very useful to solve the question in the further steps. Now the point to note is, for post order traversal, we first visit the left, okay, then we visit the right, and then we visit the root. Okay, first left, then right, then the root. Whereas in order, we first visit the left, then we visit the root, and then we visit the right. Okay, this is the in order traversal. So these two are the definitions of post order traversals and in order traversals. Now let's quickly note down the post order traversals that is given to us. So I'm going to note it down here. So it's 8, 9, 6, 7, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 1. Okay, and the in order traversal is 8, 6, 9, 4, 7, 2, 5, 1, 3. Okay, so we have the post order and in order sequences given to us. Now what we are going to try is, we are going to try to reconstruct the original binary tree using these two sequences that are given to us. So first, let's focus on the post order sequence that is here. This is our post order sequence. Now this is the definition of post order sequence: left, right, and then the root. So as we can clearly note that the root is the last node which is visited in the post order traversal, which means that in this sequence, the last element is going to be the root of the tree, because that is what the definition of post order traversal says: first left, then right, and then the root. So in any post order sequence, the last value is going to be the root. Okay, so I'm going to quickly make very confidently 1 as my root of the tree. Now next, I need what is to the left of the 1 and what is to the right of the 1. Now in order to find out what is to the left of the 1 and what is to the right of the 1, we are given the in order sequence. So now let's focus on our in order sequence here. Now as we can see, 1 is the root. Okay, so this is where the 1 is in my in order sequence, and the in order sequence definition says left, root, and right. So if 1 is the root, these are all my left nodes to the 1, and this is my right node to the node or to the 1, which is 3. So I can very confidently write 3 to the right of my 1. Okay, so 1 is done, 3 is done in my post order sequence, and then these all nodes are going to be to the left. So I'm going to write it down here: 8, 9, 6, 7, 4, 5, and 2. Okay, these are all my left nodes, and 3 will be to the right of the 1. And how did I find it out? I found it out using this in order sequence, because 1 is my root, so these are all to the left and this one is to the right. Okay, now let's focus on this subtree, this left subtree. It is also a post order traversal. So we are once again going to apply the definition of post order traversal. What does it say? First left, then right, and then the root. So again, the last element is the root. So in this post order sequence, 2 is my last element, so it has to be the root. So again, very confidently, I'm going to make, let me use this, I'm going to make 2 as my root. Now once I found out the root, next step I need to find the left and right nodes of the 2. In order to find that, let's use the in order sequence. So since 2 is my root here, so this is my 2 here, okay, so everything to the left of 2 is actually going to be left in the tree, and everything to the right of the 2 is going to be right of my tree. So 3 and 1 are already placed, so I'm going to strike them out. So what is to the right of the 2 is just the node 5. So I'm going to write here 5 here. So 2 is gone and 5 is gone, and what remains are the remaining values. So let's make a note of that. The remaining values are 8, 9, 6, 7 and 4. Okay. So thus, as you can see that we are using the post order traversal definition and we are using the in order traversal definition, and together we are using to construct the given tree node by node, level by level. So we are going to repeat the same procedure. Now I'm going to be a little fast here. Yes. So as you can again see that 4 is the last value in my post order traversal. So 4 is going to be the root. So I'm going to make 4 as my root. Now I have to find what is to the left and what is to the right. So for that I'm going to come to my in order sequence. So this is my 4. So 5 and 2 are already gone. So what is to the right of the 4? It's 7. So 7 comes here. So 4 goes and 7 goes. And what remains to the left of 4 is just 8, 9 and 6. Okay. And then finally, once again, I'm going to apply post order definition. Whatever is the last node is the root. So 6 becomes my root here. So let's make 6 as the root. And I have to find out what is to the left of the 6 and what is to the right of the 6. So let's go up. So 6 is my root node. So right is 9. So I'm going to make 9 here. And left of 6 is 8. So I'm going to make 8 here. So thus in this way, we have constructed this whole binary tree. Its input binary tree has been constructed level by level. Okay. Let us quickly write it here in a nice way. 1 is the root, 3 is to the right, and then we have 2 here, then 5 is to the right, and to the left of 2 we have 4, then 7 is to the right, to the left of 4 we have 6, and then 9 is to the right, and to the left of 6 we have 8. So this is my input binary tree. Now we have to apply the definition of height. Let's go up, whatever they had mentioned. Yes, now the height of the tree is the length of the longest path from root to any leaf. So let's focus on this. This is my root. Okay. Now from this root, I have to go to I have to find the longest path from the root to the leaf. So this is my one leaf, this is under leaf, this is under leaf, this is under leaf, this is under leaf. These are all my leaf nodes. Leaf nodes are the nodes which do not have a left node as well as right node. They do not have any children. So as you can clearly see, the longest path is going to be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, or even 1, 2, 3, 4. Same. So 4 becomes the height of the tree because that is the longest path from the root to the leaf node. So 4, 4, 4 is going to be my answer. So 4 is the height of the input binary tree.